So today is going to be a very short vlog. Cody and I are kind of fighting, not like outright, but to say the least, I'm getting very frustrated. We planned back in August to go and see my family in October. Well, originally there were two dates. We could either go see them on the Labor Day weekend, or we could see them Columbus Day weekend. And that was the plan. And we hit Labor Day, which would have been a perfect weekend to go. And I don't know why, but we decided not to. And we didn't actually end up really doing anything that weekend, so I don't know why we didn't just go. But I think it was last week or the week before, Cody told me that we were going to have to put a pin in our trip to go out to see them because his job had a startup and he was going to have to be there, and it was going to be 2 full weeks that they were just going to block off for this startup, and he wasn't going to be able to take the time off. And the weekend we were planning to go was going to be right in the middle of that startup. Well, I found out tonight, which, by the way, I talked to my parents about, or really, I talked to my mom about, and she suggested we go a couple weekends later, and that was going to be great, and I was pretty much okay to do that. And then I just found out tonight that Cody found out in a meeting today that they're going to basically block off the whole month now. So instead, he might be gone like Monday through Wednesday on a week. And I don't understand the schedule at all, but basically we're not going to be able to do the trip. And I mean, that's more or less what's happening. And obviously he can't tell me like, oh, it's definitely going to be done by this point, because there's no guarantee. So we're either going to have to not do it or be ready to leave at like a moment's notice, which is possible too. I'm getting really tired of pushing this back, and right now the best solution for me is not to talk to him about it, because I'm so frustrated that I'm going to get angry again if we bring this up, or I'm going to yell, and I don't want to do that. And I know it's making him feel very uncomfortable because I'm not talking to him, but I can't talk to him right now. Like, I need to let it process and sit for a bit, and I need to plan and come up with my own thing. He suggested moving it back to October, or back from October to November, which if we did that, I guess it's possible. But I mean, we want to bring the dog, and we want to bring the cat, and I want to bring Bombi because they haven't met Bombi yet, and he's still little, so the sooner we can go, the better. And I'm so frustrated because it's not fair, because we see his parents all the time, and we're going to go see them this weekend, even though it's not going to see them. We're going to see them because we're going to homecoming, and we went up a weekend before, and like we've seen them like 4 times since the wedding, and we haven't seen my parents at all, and I'm incredibly angry and incredibly frustrated, and it's so hard for me to it's hard for me to speak to him right now without getting angry, and that's not fair to him, which is why I came upstairs, and I'm in the bedroom right now, and I started cleaning, because I can't, there's not a good way for me to talk to him without getting angry. And there was a big part of me that was considering just not filming today, but because nobody watches this shit. It's just me talking to the camera and showing off my dogs, or my dog and my husband and my cat, and that's it. But I think it's important that I do this, because not only is it going to help me process, but you got to remember the good times with the bad. And I would definitely say this is a very low night for both of us. And I don't want to be the one to tell my mom, that we're gonna have to put a pin in our plans again. And because I hate doing that. It's not fair to her, it's not fair to me, and I'm all about fairness right now. And Cody actually commented on it the other day because, you know, I focus so hard on, you know, well, this week is your week for church and the next week is my week, and just trying to keep it as fair as possible because so much is unfair right now. You know, I went to school in Valpo, and his parents live in Valpo. Automatically, that's a huge unfairness because we basically saw his parents like every weekend because of church or lunch or something. And I don't get to see my parents, and that's not fair, especially because right now I am feeling so trapped and so frustrated with work and being here in Indy and not having, you know, my friends and not having I don't feel like I'm worthwhile right now, and it would just, I've been looking forward to going and seeing my parents so much, and it really is incredibly frustrating that I may not get to do that now until Christmas. And I feel like my family is not a priority, and I realize that, you know, somebody will always feel that way in a marriage, and I know that. But when we try to make plans, I like to keep them. And it bothers me a lot that we're not keeping this. So this actually ended up being a much longer video than I thought, and I'm not going to edit it because I'm basically just going to throw it on the editing software and put it up. So I'm sorry for the rant, and I'm sorry if there's, you know, something else you wanted to see. But this is it for today. This is all real life, and just being frustrated and trying to keep a, you know, relationship together when you're frustrated. So that's it, and I will try to have a happier video tomorrow.